Here's the raw truth nobody dares to say. Women don't crave men who chase them. They crave the man they must pursue. They're drawn to the guy who commands respect without even opening his mouth the moment you start running after her. You place yourself beneath her, and the second she senses it, the attraction dies instantly. But when you flip the script and show her you're not a pawn in her game, she'll be the one fighting for your attention. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that shift. It's time to reclaim your power and force her to fight for a place in your life. We were all fed the same lie growing up that if you invest more effort, she'll love you more. But reality is brutal. The harder you try, the faster she slips away. Let me ask you, how many guys do you see bending over backwards, planning expensive dates, texting nonstop, showering her with gifts, and yet she still pulls away? It's because the more you give, the less she values it. Think about it. When was the last time you truly desired something that was simply handed to you? It's the chase that creates value, and when you stop chasing, you instantly become a challenge, a prize worth earning. This is your moment to completely flip the dynamic, so let's dive. In number 1, understanding why she pulled back. Before we get into tactics, you need to know why she's pulling away in the first place, because let me tell you, this is never random. Women don't distance themselves for no reason. It always comes down to power dynamics. When a woman feels she has all the control, the attraction fades. It's not even conscious. It's human nature. If she feels she's got you on a leash, she'll eventually get bored and start seeking excitement elsewhere. The harsh reality is, people never value what comes too easily, and relationships are no exception. If you've been overly available, too eager to please, or too quick to respond, you've already lowered your value in her eyes. Think about it. When she knows you'll always answer her call, always be there. No matter what, she stops appreciating your presence. She takes you for granted. And the moment she feels she doesn't need to work for your attention, she pulls back. Let me break it down. Women test men constantly without even realizing it. They pull away, go cold, act distant, all to see how much power they hold over you. And here's where most men fail. They start chasing harder, blowing up her phone, trying to patch things up, but the second you do that, you're signaling she's in charge, and that's the exact moment. Attraction Ds. Maybe you've been dating a while, and suddenly she takes longer to reply. At first you ignore it, but eventually, it's obvious she's pulling away. Your instinct tells you to fix it. Send a sweet text or surprise her with something thoughtful. But here's the truth. Every time you give her that validation, you lose even more ground, because this isn't about surface-level fixes. It's about resetting the entire power dynamic. Number 2, emotional detachment. Now that you understand why she's pulling away, it's time to use the most powerful weapon you have. Emotional detachment. When you pull back emotionally, you create space for her to miss you. The moment you stop caring so much, she begins caring more. And this isn't about playing games. It's about reclaiming your respect and your power without saying a single word. Emotional detachment changes everything. Most men mess this up because they believe showing less interest will make them lose her forever. But here's the paradox. When you stop being available, when you stop caring about every tiny move she makes, when you stop begging for her validation, you instantly become attractive again. Think back to the last time you desperately wanted something you couldn't have. A dream job, a business deal, or even someone's attention. The scarcity made you want it even more. That's exactly what happens to her when you pull back. You need to act completely unfazed by her distance. No texts, no calls, no checking her Instagram stories. You become a ghost. Why? Because silence screams louder than any words. The second she feels your absence, she begins to question everything. She wonders if she made a mistake, if you've moved on, if another woman has your attention, and that's when the tables flip. In today's world, everyone is hyper-connected. Social media, texting, FaceTime. You can know what someone's doing every second of the day. That's why emotional detachment is so powerful. When you don't react to her posts, don't engage with her updates, she feels your absence in a way she cannot ignore. Number 3, avoiding common mistakes. This is where most men blow it completely. They panic when they don't hear from her and start making weak moves. They send a casual text, leave a comment on her Instagram, or even ask friends about her, and each one of those tiny actions destroys your chances of regaining attraction. Men can't handle silence, so they tell themselves, just one message won't hurt. But here's the brutal truth, that one message is enough to ruin everything, because the second you reach out, you've shown her she's still on your mind. And with that, she knows she's still in control. Let's say she posts a fire picture on Instagram, maybe even a little provocative. Your instinct tells you to like it, maybe drop a comment or slide into her DMs. But guess what? That's exactly what she's baiting you to do. She's fishing for your attention, and when you give it, you lose the worst part. When you engage with her online, you hand her the validation she craves without making her earn it back. She gets the reward of your desire while giving you nothing in return. That's why you must ignore everything. No likes, no comments, no DMs. Let her wonder why you haven't reacted. Let her miss you. Number 4. The power of no contact. Now we arrive at one of the most effective strategies, the no contact rule. This is where you vanish completely. No texts, no calls, no check-ins. You disappear from her world, and this is what flips the switch inside. Her mind. No contact is psychological warfare. Women are used to men who can't handle silence. They expect you to chase, to double text, to keep the conversation alive. But the second you stop playing that game, it shatters their illusion of control. Suddenly, she's not holding the power anymore. You are now. She's left wondering what changed. Did you lose interest? Are you giving your time to another woman? And that fear of losing you is what drives her crazy for the next 30 days. You become a ghost. No texts, no calls, no likes. Not even a harmless, just checking in message. And trust me, this is the hardest part. Most men crack under the silence. They panic, thinking, what if she moves on? But here's the truth. The longer you hold the silence, the more she'll crave you. In today's digital world, people are addicted to constant validation, texting, snapping, deeming. It never stops. But when you vanish, when she has no clue who you're with or what you're doing, it creates a black hole in her mind, and that void is what forces her to realize what she's missing. Soon, her curiosity turns into obsession, and eventually she reaches out. Number 5, staying focused during no contact. Here's the trap most guys fall into. They sit around like prisoners waiting for her message, checking their phone every 5 minutes, hoping for a notification. But that's not what no contact is about. The purpose is to shift all your energy back to yourself. This is the time to grind, to sharpen your edge, hit the gym, double down on your business. Learn skills that make you unstoppable. You're not waiting for her. You're making her wait for you. Because the man she left isn't the same man she's going to see again when she comes back. This is about becoming the highest value version of yourself. Stronger, sharper, more confident, more magnetic. When she finally reaches out, she won't be facing the man she pulled away from. She'll be meeting a transformed version of you, a man she can't resist. Remember, some of the most powerful men in history built their empires after heartbreak, after loss, after betrayal. They turned pain into fuel, and that's exactly what you need to do. Number 6, using heartbreak as fuel. Heartbreak cuts deep, no doubt, but it's also the strongest weapon you'll ever hold. Every time you feel the urge to text her, every time that rejection stings, use it as fuel to push harder. Most men waste heartbreak drowning in self-pity, scrolling through her Instagram, replaying conversations in their head. But winners weaponize pain. Heartbreak can either break you or build you, and that choice belongs to you. Instead of crumbling, use the pain to rise. Hit the weights harder. Work on your craft. Longer, improve every detail of your life. This is your moment to become unrecognizable, not for her, but for you. Because here's the paradox. When she sees what you've built, she'll regret ever pulling back. But by then, it won't even matter, because you'll have leveled so far above her validation that her opinion can't touch you anymore. Some of the greatest athletes, leaders, and entrepreneurs used heartbreak as their rocket fuel. Rejection catapulted them to the next level. This is your chance. While most men numb the pain with Netflix or chasing rebounds, the elite men channel it into productivity. Every wasted hour, feeling sorry for yourself, is an hour stolen from your growth. So stop thinking about her and start thinking about what gets you closer to your goals today. Number 7, building emotional strength. Understand this. It's not just about getting her back. It's about becoming emotionally bulletproof, the kind of man no woman and no one else can ever control. Again, you need to be unshakable, grounded in who you are as a man, because the stronger you are emotionally, the less you'll rely on anyone else for validation, and the more magnetic you become to women and to the world. Emotional strength is the foundation of attraction and the core of success. Without it, every test, every pullback, every mood swing will rattle you. But when you're rooted in emotional strength, nothing shakes you. You rise above drama. You stop letting other people dictate your mood or your worth, and that's when the game changes. Women are irresistibly drawn to men who don't get rattled. Men who remain calm, steady, and stoic no matter the chaos around them. This is what makes you the rock. She can depend on the man who can handle pressure without breaking, and the man who becomes impossible to replace. Think about the most successful men alive. They don't collapse under pressure, they thrive in it. And that's exactly why they win. It's the same with relationships. When she tests you, when she withdraws or reacts emotionally, your task is to remain composed. You do not chase you. Do not lose yourself in reaction, because your worth does not depend on her approval. It comes from within. The next time she grows distant or tries to provoke a response, remain calm. Return your focus inward and allow her to see that her behavior does not govern your state of mind. This is the dividing line between men who win in relationships and men who lose. Emotional strength is your shield, and once you master it, no woman will ever hold power over you again. Number 8, making her miss you. Here is the quiet secret to becoming unforgettable. Stop feeding her attention. Stop giving her validation. When you step back, she begins to feel your absence because your presence is no longer guaranteed in a world where everyone is constantly available. Your silence speaks the loudest. Absence creates desire. Constant presence creates indifference. When you remove yourself, she begins to feel the void, and only then does she begin to miss you. Women today are surrounded by endless validation, likes, compliments, constant messages, but most of it is empty noise. When you remove yourself from that noise, you stand apart. She begins to wonder why you have not reached out, why you are not engaging, why the man who once responded now lives in mystery. And mystery is the spark that ignites attraction. Picture this. You are the man who used to react to every post, every story, every update. You believed it showed interest, but in truth it made you common, just another face in the crowd. But when you no longer respond, when you stop rewarding her digital signals, she notices, she feels the contrast when she posts a smiling picture with friends and you do not reply. She questions, did I lose him? Is he with someone else? That uncertainty is powerful. It lives in her mind long after the photo disappears. If she tries to provoke you with suggestive pictures or subtle hints, remain steady. Do not engage. Your lack of reaction carries more weight than 1,000 words in the era of constant connection. Your silence is rare and therefore golden. When she realizes she cannot pull your attention so easily, she begins to chase, because in her world full of noise, you are now the one signal she cannot ignore. Number 9, what to do when she reaches out. Eventually she will, and when she does, you must remain calm and steady. Do not slip back into the old patterns that caused the imbalance in the first place. This is your moment to show that you have changed, that you no longer orbit around her words or actions. Keep your responses brief, measured, confident. Allow her to work for your attention. When she reaches out, she may be testing you. Perhaps she misses you. Perhaps she is only curious. Perhaps she seeks reassurance. The reason does not matter. What matters is your composure. The worst mistake is to answer with eagerness or long emotional. Replies that only show she still holds power instead remain centered. Let her see that you are well, that you are moving forward, and that your world no longer depends on her presence. If she sends a casual message such as, "Hey, how have you been?" Do not reply immediately. Allow space to pass when you do respond. Keep it simple. "I've been good. Keeping busy. How about you?" Notice the difference. There is no longing, no over-explaining, only a calm statement of progress. This small discipline signals that your life continues with or without her, and that she must now earn her way back into it. When she suggests meeting, do not leap at the invitation. Respond with balance. "Perhaps, maybe, we'll see. I've been focused on a lot lately. This keeps the control where it belongs with you." You are not dismissing her, but you are not dropping everything for her either. And this is what pulls her closer. She sees that you are a man of direction and purpose, and that she must fit into your world rather than becoming the center of it. Remember, attraction grows not from neediness, but from strength. When you demonstrate emotional independence, you remind her that you are no longer moved by every mood or silence, and this reversal compels her to pursue you again. The key is to never confess how much you have missed her, even if you have never revealed how difficult the silence was, even if it weighed on you. Stay on the path of composure and self-mastery, because the man who holds himself steady is the man every woman finds irresistible. When she returns, she must encounter a man transformed, a man who no longer seeks her validation to feel whole. Number 10, reinstating boundaries and power dynamics. This is where the balance must shift. You cannot allow the old pattern to repeat. This time it is different. She must understand clearly that you are not the man who once chased if she desires a place in your life. It will only be on terms you set when she reaches out. Do not simply welcome her back as if nothing happened. You must reset the foundation. She must see that you value yourself above all else, and that her presence is not a requirement but a privilege. The man she once knew was always available, always waiting, always eager, but that version is gone. She is now faced with someone who values his own time, who protects his energy, and who demands respect before giving it. She cannot simply step back into your life. She must earn her way again, prove her sincerity and respect. Your boundaries do not deliver this with anger, but with calm clarity. Let her know without drama that things have changed, and that if she wishes to stay, she must rise to your level. At first, she may test you again, perhaps with silence, perhaps with games. Yet this time, you do not bend. You remain steady. You hold your ground because the boundaries only matter if they are consistent. If she crosses the line, you show that you are prepared to walk away without hesitation. No second chances, no excuses. This is not cruelty. It is self-respect. She must see that you are now a high-value man, one who commands respect by how he lives, not by what he demands. When you live this way, you do more than attract her. You transform yourself. You become the prize, the man of purpose and direction, the man who is pursued instead of the one who chases. She may return and she may even fight for your place in her life, but the true strength lies not in her return, but in your ability to walk away if she cannot match your growth. This path is not only about repairing what was broken, it is about remaking yourself when you do that. When you elevate your life, the question will no longer be whether one woman wants you, but how many people wish to be part of your world. Because you will no longer be the man begging for approval. You will be the man who commands respect effortlessly, the man who stands unshaken, the man who moves forward with purpose and calm strength. And when she comes back, whether you take her in or let her go, it will no longer define you because you have taken command of your destiny, and that is what truly matters. This is not a message you hear and forget. It is a call to action. If you are serious about reclaiming your power, it begins now. Do not drift back into old habits or familiar patterns. Rise above them. This is your moment to build the high-value man you were meant to be if you are ready to turn pain into power. If you are ready to stop chasing and start living by your own terms, then commit today. Subscribe to this channel where we sharpen mindset, cultivate discipline, and reveal the strategies to elevate every part of your life. If this message resonated, share it with a brother who needs to hear it, and remember, do not wait for change. Create it. The path to becoming the man who commands respect begins here.